All right. Let's see. All right, everything looks to be good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream tonight. I am Pat from Pat's Path Predictor, and basically we're going to be going over some things right here and right now. So, as you can see right now, snow is already falling, and actually, let's go ahead and pause this right here. Snow is already falling, and basically from North Carolina all the way up to New Hampshire now. So, we're going to be going ahead and talking about this. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the storm at any time, feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer them. But before I get to questions, we're gonna go ahead and get to the good stuff right here. We're gonna go ahead and go through everything that is going on right now. So actually, hold on a second. Let me fix this. All right. Okay. So this basically what we're doing right here. This is the good stuff right here. We're going to be looking at this right here. This is actually, before we get to that, this is the latest right now from Tropical Tidbits right here. This is the satellite imagery right here. What you just saw was the radar. This is the satellite right here. So as you can see, basically this storm is intensifying. It's been intensifying the last few hours. Let's see what we can. Let's set it back to 60 frames. So this is basically what happened. These two merged together, and now this thing is just bombing out right now. This thing is just bombing out. So just one more time. Yeah, this thing is really intensifying. It's bringing snow all the way to New Hampshire right now at this point. So yeah, this is going to be one heck of a storm right here. It's already snowing in much of the warned area. We're going to go ahead and go to the National Weather Service now. There are blizzard warnings from Virginia all the way up to the U.S.-Canadian border right now. So, yeah, at this point, this thing is not kidding around. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that it's not kidding around anymore. So, at this point, we're going to go ahead and go through all the the majority of the really bad warnings and everything like that, the blizzard warnings, some of the winter storm warnings, especially in New York City. So, we're going to go ahead and go through all that right now. This is the first blizzard warning for parts of Virginia. Total snow accumulation of 8 to 12 inches of snow expected. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour inland, with up to 50 in the beaches. That's what warranted this blizzard warning right there. So, yeah, this thing's going to be... Yeah, this thing is really not kidding around. It's going until 7 p.m. Saturday. Travel could be very difficult overnight and Saturday. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. That's really bad when it comes to power and everything. So, yeah, that's a bit of an issue right there. Travel should be restricted to emergencies only. I said this before in my other videos. Just do not travel. Just don't travel while this thing is going on. If you're in Boston, that area, just do not travel. But anyway, yeah, travel should be restricted to emergencies only. That's basically in Virginia. This is for New Jersey. They haven't really updated this in a while. Blizzard conditions expected. Total snow accumulations of 10 to 18 inches expected. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour for portions of New Jersey and Delaware from 7 p.m. this evening. They really need to update this. I'm actually going to try something real quick. I'm going to refresh to this. Okay. Because I'm hoping they still haven't refreshed it. They need to. They honestly need to at this point, but anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, just basically travel will be very difficult to impossible. Travel should be restricted to emergencies only. Additional details: snow is expected to begin this evening, with snow becoming very heavy after midnight. The most likely time for blizzard conditions is late tonight through midday Saturday. Blizzard conditions are primarily expected at or a few miles from the coast. Falling snow will diminish west and east Saturday afternoon, but blowing snow may continue into Saturday night. Travel should be restricted for emergencies only. So, once again, it's very critical right there. This is for the winter storm warning up in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area. Heavy snow, still 5 to 11 inches expected. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. For portions of central and northern and northwest and southern New Jersey, as well as southeast Pennsylvania, from 7 p.m. to it's already in effect. So, yeah, if you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, water in your vehicles in case of an emergency. So, yeah, basically, just yeah, that's not good. Accumulating snow is expected to begin this evening, becoming heavy at times through tonight through Saturday morning. Snowfall rates around 1 inch per hour are possible at times, with significant reductions in visibility. Falling snow, falling snow will diminish west and east late Saturday afternoon, but areas of blowing snow may continue into Saturday night. So, yeah, I would not recommend traveling at all during this point. This is the winter storm warning for New York City. Heavy snow expected, 7 to 10 inches, with winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. Near blizzard conditions are possible for a period on Saturday. And basically, the issue with this is that in New York City, it's not going to be 45 miles per hour if you're at the ground in the buildings and everything. So, what I mean by that is that the buildings will literally just kind of like cram the wind into very small spaces and everything, and it'll just blow way faster than they forecasted to. So, yeah, visibilities may be reduced to a quarter mile or less at times Saturday morning. If that happens, then in that case, they're going to have to issue a blizzard warning at that point. But yeah, this appears to be not very very just good right here for New York City. This is the main show right here. This is the blizzard warning for Boston in that area. Blizzard conditions expected. Total snow accumulation of 18 to 24 inches, with localized 30 inches possible. Winds gusting as high as 60 miles per hour for portions of eastern and northeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. That area right there, from midnight tonight to midnight Saturday night. Travel could be extremely difficult to impossible. Travel should be restricted to emergencies only. In fact, Charlie Baker, and basically in his press conference, he was emphasizing to stay off the roads. He said it so many times that it could become a meme, but at the same time, he's not kidding. In fact, all the officials that were talking in that press conference, they were not kidding about this. So I wouldn't be either. 2 to 4 inches per hour is possible at times. I think it's going to be the peak is going to be around 3 inches an hour, but still, that's quite a lot. And those plows aren't going to really do very much for anyone. But yeah, this is the blizzard warning here for Maine. Blizzard conditions are expected. Total snow accumulations of 13 to 17 inches expected. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour for portions of southern New Hampshire and south central and southwest Maine from 7 a.m. Saturday to 6 a.m. Sunday. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. Snowfall rates of 1 to 3 inches per hour are expected. And also, the combination of heavy snow and blowing and drifting snow will lead to whiteout conditions at times. That's why they issued the blizzard warning right there. Scattered power outages are possible due to the downed limbs for strong wind gusts. Travel should be restricted to emergencies only. That's a given right there. Blizzard conditions expected with major blowing and drifting snow and whiteout conditions. Total snow accumulations of 14 to 20 inches expected. This is for eastern Maine, that area right there. So, yeah. Winds are gusting as high as 45 to 55 miles per hour for portions of coastal down east, far eastern, interior down east, and Penobscot Valley in Maine from 7 a.m. Saturday to 7 a.m. Sunday. Travel could be extremely dangerous. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility and cause localized hazardous travel. Strong winds could cause damage to trees and power lines. The cold wind chills as low as 20 below could cause frostbite to the skin as little as 30 in 30 minutes. So they're not kidding this. They're not kidding around with this. This storm is not kidding around. And this is the context for a blizzard warning. We'll not get into that. I already did it in one of my videos, but yeah, this is this is it right here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the radar again. Pull that up. So yeah, there it is right here. We're gonna go ahead and just take a quick look at this. Look at this. This is from Kitty. It's already snowing from Columbia, North Carolina, all the way to Manchester, New Hampshire. So this thing is not kidding around right here. This thing is not kidding around. In fact, some of that heavy snow is just offshore. Right now, it's going to move inshore as the hours go on. In fact, in Boston, by around 10 o'clock, this storm is really going to just go ramp up to that 2 to 4 inch per hour range right there. It's going to be lasting for maybe 6 hours at that point. So it's not going to be pretty. I would be pay very attention to close attention if you're in the Boston area, and if you're in Rhode Island and Connecticut. If you're in New York City, odds are if it gets the visibility gets to a quarter of a mile, you're getting a blizzard warning right there. So yeah, but it's really amazing that Washington D.C. is getting snow right now, but I don't think it's going to last for much longer. In fact, it's been getting snow for the last several hours. So yeah, this is we're in the Washington D.C. area right here. The storm is continuing to move. In fact, Washington D.C. does see a break for a little bit, and well, parts of it, and then another band comes in, and it looks like that snow is going to exit D.C. very soon. What the snow is not going to exit is New York City and Boston. In fact, as the hours go on, it's going to start snowing in Concord, Portland, Bangor, Ellsworth, Bar Harbor, Augusta, and Maine. So this thing is not fooling around, and I want to emphasize that point very strongly right there. So now that I have basically went through my spiel, I am more than happy to take questions at this time. I already saw some in the chat, so we'll go ahead and talk about that. We'll go ahead and do that real quickly. We'll actually have the satellite loop as a background for that. So let's pull up these questions right here. All right. So once again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So yeah, basically right here. Yeah, if you have any weather-related questions, I'm more than happy to answer that. So, yeah, how many inches of case? If you have weather-related questions, I am happy to take the time and answer them. But if there are going to be like questions when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, I find this kind of funny and everything, but when it comes to weather-related stuff, I want to answer the weather-related questions. So if you have those for me, I'm more than happy to answer them. But will Chipotle be open? I'll answer that very quickly. Just if you're in Boston, look at the local source right there. But yeah, if you have any weather-related questions, I'm happy to take the time to answer them for you. So please, yeah. Okay, I see we don't have any questions so far. It's okay. That's all right. Just basically, we're gonna be covering this nor'easter till 2 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah. So yeah, basically just that's it right then and there. So yep. Yeah. I hope you got. If want to make another thing very strong point, just if you're watching this and you're not from the area that's going to get impacted, send some thoughts and prayers out to the people of Boston. It really just please do send some thoughts and prayers out to those people right there. They're gonna get buried in Boston with 2 feet of snow at that point. So yeah, it's not. So yeah, it's not gonna go well. But anyway, yeah, just send some thoughts and prayers to them. They really need. They really need this. In fact, yeah, this thing. This thing is gonna be kind of a quick mover. This isn't gonna be a multi-day event, but what is my experience? What is my experience with snow, and do I like it? Well, thank you for the question. My experience of snow, I've never seen 2 feet of snow. Most I've seen is about 14 inches. I actually really like snow, so thank you for the question. I do like it and everything. What I don't like, however, is blizzard conditions right there. That's the issue I have. That's what I don't like. That's blizzard conditions. Anyway, thank you for the question. If you have any more, please feel free to ask. I'm here till 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. So yeah. If you are just joining us, we're covering the nor'easter that's going to impact actually right now impacting New England right now. So this thing's going to continue bombing out. It's been intensifying. In fact, we're looking at tropical tidbits right now. Tropicaltidbits.com. If you want to try this out by yourself, feel free to come. Feel free to check it out yourself. It's just tropicaltidbits.com. And so, yeah, basically, here's what's going on. We're actually going to pause this just to go frame by frame at this point. So, yeah, this is basically what it was. This actually originated as two separate systems. Actually, one of them was a low off of North Carolina. The other one was a snowstorm that was developing in parts of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, that area. So we're gonna go slide by slide of what's going on here, and these two, like in the next few hours, these two will just basically just merge together at this point. That energy from that snowstorm transitions to the energy right here, and as you can see, those cooler cloud tops of minus 60 degrees are starting to develop in parts of the storm right there. That's an obvious sign of rapid strengthening right there. Okay, what's the latest update for Charlotte, North Carolina, upstate South Carolina? I'm actually going to go ahead and pull. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the radar right now. So yeah, we'll pull up the radar right here, and we'll go ahead and scroll around. This is North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, right here. Right now, they're seeing. It looks like mixed precipitation right now. It looks like they're seeing mixed precipitation. Upstate South Carolina, same thing. Some mixed precipitation. I'm gonna actually take a look at the NWS to see if they issued something right there. So yeah, all right. So yeah, there are winter weather advisories all across the state of North Carolina and parts of upstate South Carolina. We'll actually go to Charlotte for you right now. So there it is, Charlotte, right there. This is for Greenville-Spartanburg area. Total snow accumulation of about an inch expected in Charlotte. So, yeah, it's not. I know in parts of that part of North and South Carolina, they're not used to the snow and everything like that. So that's why they issued the winter weather advisory. There's going to be an inch. It's going to last until tomorrow morning. So it's not going to be not necessarily going to be that serious of an issue. The more serious issue that I'm worried about is this nor'easter that's going to just maul through Massachusetts, through Maine, through New York, potentially New York City, that area right there. So yeah, thank you for the question right there. It is really much appreciated. So uh, so yeah, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Do I think Zoom classes will be in session tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday, and so it's really unlikely there's going to be classes tomorrow anyway. But if you do have Saturday classes, if you're in Boston, if you're in New York City, if you're in that area, odds are it's possible. And at that case, yes. So if you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on those notifications for more coverage like this. It really helps me out, helps me make more videos, helps me cover more. So it's really appreciated. So, for those of you who are just joining us, I am covering the winter storm, the nor'easter that's going to be impacting parts of New England right here. This is the satellite imagery from Tropical Tidbits right here of how quickly this thing's intensifying. We're seeing minus 60 cloud tops right now. So, yeah, this thing is not fooling around, and this thing is only going to get stronger as time goes on. So. Yeah, it's already alarming how quickly this thing expanded, but yeah, this thing, it's not fooling around with anyone. And take this very seriously. This is not something to fool around with. Another thing I want to mention is that particularly in Boston, there's going to be a very fluffy snow, and what I mean by that is that there's the odds are that there's probably going to be so for context, for the normal rain to snow ratio is 10 to 1, 10 inches of snow per 1 inch of rain. However, for this time, they're predicting 15 to 20 inches of snow per 1 inch of rain. So that's very fluffy snow. It's also extremely dry snow as well. So you're not going to be making snowmen or anything like that with this. So, yeah, I wanted to make that point very clearly. Anyway, this thing is just going to continue intensifying as the night goes on. I'll keep a very close eye, and I'll continue to keep looking at the warnings and everything like that as time goes on. And if you do have any questions, weather related, feel free to ask me this. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer them. And I will also update you guys if as these winter storm and blizzard warnings continue to be updated as well, if they update them at all during this time frame. So, yeah, let's hope they do that. So basically, if since you're just if you're for those of you who are just joining us, we're covering this winter storm, this bomb cyclone, as this thing is literally bombing out right now. So at this point, what we're doing, we're basically covering the all the weather warnings and everything like that. So yeah, we're covering all those, taking a look at each warning. Here's actually the latest model from the European model right here. This has it a bit more conservative than it has been, having 12 to 16 inches in parts of Massachusetts and everything. And GFS has it basically more liberal, although this is very, very messed up right here, and I'm very sorry, but this has a huge swath of 12 to 16 inches around Boston, that area, and everything. So yeah, I'm sorry this is all messed up. I don't know why this website's all messed up and everything. I really don't. I don't understand. What's the freezing point of queso? I don't know. To be quite honest with you, I do not know. I'll have to look. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, just this is also the model for parts of New Hampshire and Maine right here. And there was earlier thing right here had like 46.4 inches or something ridiculous like that. Eventually it just cut down to about cut down to basically this, and it's not this much anymore. So yeah, and then 36.5. This is in Maine right here. Keep in mind there is quite a bit of snow there is quite a bit of snow right now throughout parts of northern Maine and in northern New Hampshire, because there's mountain ranges and everything like that. So yeah, this thing is just continuing at this point. Yeah, well, hopefully the European model will update as time goes on. I hope it does, honestly. But yeah, at this point, I'm continuing to monitor the situation as it develops. The satellite loop right now, is continuing to update as it continues. So yeah, this thing is really ramping up in intensity. I'm not sure if we're going to see minus 70 cloud tops, but we are getting to those minus mid 60s right now. If we do see minus 70 cloud tops in this, like, it'll be crazy right there. But yeah, we're already seeing close to minus 65 cloud tops right here. Actually, I'm gonna pull up this last shot right here for you guys to take a look at. So these areas right here, the darker red indicate at this point right now about just basically around minus mid 60s. This is what you would expect in a hurricane right here, except this is not a hurricane. This is a nor'easter. So yeah, completely different animal, but at the same time, what is the coldest temperature I have experienced? Thank you for the question. The coldest temperature, like in reference to wind chill, I've experienced is probably around minus 25 to minus 30. The coldest raw temperature I've experienced is around, I think around minus 10. So yeah, thank you for that question. If you have any more, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer them. But yeah, this is basically the range right here of minus 60-ish degrees right there in the cloud tops. This goes up very high, so yeah. In fact, this has continued to develop. In fact, I think just a few hours ago, as this thing was starting, we weren't even cracking minus 50 at that point. We weren't even cracking that at this point. We were cracking it in a few areas, but yeah, just a few hours ago, we weren't even cracking that. Now, as time goes on, it started really intensifying. We cracked minus 60. We cracked minus 60 I'd say about 4.5 hours ago, and now we're at the mid 60s, and this is a very wide range of this right here. If this somehow makes this to minus 70 degrees below zero right here, I'm going to be very surprised. I'm going to be completely just in shock, because that's not what you see every day. In fact, minus 70, that's minus 70 cloud tops. That's what you'd experience in major hurricanes right there. But yeah, this is winter weather. It's getting into the mid to upper minus 60s, so yeah, not fun. Okay, all right, there we go. I was experiencing some technical difficulties right there. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. I'm happy to take the time to answer them for you. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise, guys. Anyway, yeah, this. Anyway, last thing I almost forgot to talk to you guys about was the GFS model right here. So this is the latest GFS. They haven't finished it. Actually, they did finish yet. This is a big storm, but if it had missed me down in DC, we just got it. But just missed me down in DC. We got a dusting. Have you seen The Day After Tomorrow? Do you think a polar vortex could form in real life? I'll have to check that because yeah, I don't know too much about that. I'll have to check that out, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Thankfully, or not thankfully, depending on if you like snow, the storm, the brunt of it, did miss Washington D.C. So, yeah. At this point, just yeah. If you like snow, it's a bit unfortunate that you missed it. In fact, Boston's getting a bit of the action, so yeah. At this point, yeah, I don't know too much about the polar vortex right now, but that polar vortex you're talking about. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the GFS model right here. This is for issued for 6 a.m. On the 29th right here. So as this continues to move through, actually hold on. This is at midnight at 9. This is at 997 millibars compared right now at right now at Maryland right now, now just off the coast of Virginia. In the next 6 hours, it's going to bomb out to 979 millibars, 18 millibars in 6 hours. That's pretty crazy right there. So, yeah, I would be advised yeah, I wouldn't travel in this. And then it continues, goes to 971 by 12 p.m. Tomorrow. And then basically and then it continues, it goes to 972. It actually stops for a little bit right then and there at 972 millibars. It stops right here, slows down, and then it just moves into Canada and exits the United States right there. So yeah, basically that's it right there. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm covering the nor'easter that is going to impact Boston, that area. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me about them. I'm more than happy to take your questions. I'll be here until 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, covering this very major event. So I'll still be here for a long time, folks. So there's plenty of time to ask questions. Actually, let's pull up the radar again. Let's pull up the radar again. So, yeah, it was just to show that to everybody. So, yeah, this is it right here. I was covering what was going on in the Carolinas. Like, there's literally snow right now going from North Carolina all the way to New Hampshire. Actually, now all the way to Maine. Wells, Maine is now starting to see some snow as well. So, yeah, this thing is turning into a rapidly escalating scenario right now. I'm going to continue looking at this. The entire state of New Jersey, the entire state of Connecticut, the entire state of Rhode Island, the entire state of Delaware is just buried in snow right now, which that's pretty insane to look at right there. Entire eastern Maryland, Baltimore is getting snow right now. In fact, there are blizzard warnings for this area right here because of how much snow they're going to get. This is very heavy stuff right here. In fact, the really heavy stuff is just offshore of Connecticut right here. This dark blue, almost black right here is literally in between Long Island and Connecticut. So if this moves just a few more miles inland, those areas right there are just going to get hammered. So yeah, this is not gonna be fun right there. So yeah, that's why I'm live streaming this to keep a very close eye on it. It looks like it's raining in parts of the Cape in Massachusetts right now. Boston looks like they're getting light to moderate snow right now, so I'll be monitoring the situation. Rhode Island is seeing some more heavy snow at this point. So yeah, this is a very interesting situation developing right now. So yeah, oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Yeah, basically, it's also snowing in New York City, in basically all of New York City, Yonkers, Huntington, that area. New York City seeing actually some quite heavy snow bands right now. So, yeah, that's basically interesting right there. But interesting right there. But yeah, just this is a continuing to be a very powerful storm. Philadelphia, Trenton, they're seeing the snow right now. Philadelphia seeing more moderate snow. Same with Trenton. But look at this. Ocean City, Atlantic City, they're getting those heavy snow bands right now. So this is pretty unbelievable that this is happening right now. But yeah, just this whole situation is crazy. In fact, a while before this happened, I made a video talking about a 958 millibar nor'easter was going to hit Maine, hit New England, that area. And that was, I think, a week and a half out. I'm going to have to check that real quick. Yeah, that was a week ago. And just look at this now. Like, that was a week ago, and this is actually happening, although the pressure has gone up a bit. But it's not going to change the strength of this thing, so yeah, this ain't good right here. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to continue covering this all the way until 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. In fact, Norfolk, Suffolk, Virginia Beach is getting a good amount of snow, heavy snow right there. Same with Cape Charles. Like the Chesapeake Bay area is getting quite a lot of snow. So yeah, it's not looking very pretty right now. But yeah, actually gonna take down the radar. I'm gonna go back to the satellite. Yeah, this thing is showing no signs of slowing down its intensity right now. And yeah, and if you're just watching this, please send some thoughts and prayers out to the people of New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, coastal New Hampshire, coastal Maine. Hell, probably the entire state of Maine at this point, and the entire state of Massachusetts too. So yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I'm really hoping they update these at some point, because some of these are really out of date. But yeah. Okay, we already talked about that. Yeah, it looks like Washington, D.C., the snow is about to end there. Same, it's already ended in Loudoun County. Fairfax County, it's over. In Maryland, it's over in Potomac. So, yeah, it's down here. Newport News, Norfolk, this Virginia Beach, this area, all the way down to North Carolina. There is some other stuff going on just right now in the central part of the state and everything. But hold on, I'm gonna check this. Yeah, this really doesn't have that much to do with the nor'easter. So, yeah, yeah, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, they're seeing mixed precipitation right now. Columbia, North Carolina, they're seeing snow. Wanchese and Manteo, they're seeing some looks like to be mixed precipitation. It looks, or it could be rain depending on what it is. Hatteras Island is probably seeing rain right now. Yeah, it's not really good in any capacity. And if you have any questions during the stream, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer them for you guys. So, yeah, and starting to snow in Manchester. It's approaching Concord right now. The entire coast of New Hampshire is snowing right now. So, yeah, it's not very good. In Nashua, New Hampshire, it's snowing. It's more moderate. It's going to really ramp up around. It's really gonna ramp up around 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow, and they're expecting the local news sources I've looked at. They're expecting two bands of very heavy snow to form, basically around the Boston area, and if those sources hold, they're expecting 18 to 28 inches of snow. So yeah, that's not good. That's not good right there. But anyway, yeah, just it's the whole situation is not very pretty. Yeah, in fact, yeah, it's literally snowing right now from North Carolina to Maine with this system right now, and yeah, it's not. Yeah, this isn't the best. It's literally snowing in the entire states of Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and Delaware right now. Which, to be fair, they are small states, but is pretty good to see. Like if it was like snowing in the entire state of New York, that would be a much bigger deal. These are smaller states. Like I'd say in the next little while or so, North Adams, Massachusetts, is gonna see some more snow. So yeah, this doesn't look good at all. Really at all right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the satellite imagery real quickly. So there it is. Yeah, this is it right here. This is the latest imagery. It is still intensifying. That minus 60 area is still growing at a very fast rate. And yeah, in the same with the minus 50s in that area. So this thing is not going anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to take them. So yeah, the freezing points found for, yeah, it's minus 4.3 to minus 14.3. Good on you for finding that out. So yeah, that's an interesting fact to take at. For those of you who are just joining us, I am covering the incoming nor'easter that is right now impacting from North Carolina all the way up to Maine. This is satellite imagery right here, basically just expanding from all the way from just all the way from North Carolina right here to Maine. We'll go ahead and pull up the radar for you guys. So there it is right here. Okay. Okay, let's pull this up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is the radar right here. It's literally snowing from... Okay, let's try to refresh that. Okay, the new frame isn't coming yet. It's literally snowing all the way from North Carolina all the way to Maine. It's snowing in, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is snowing in a dozen states right now. It is concurrently snowing in 12 states. That's pretty insane right there. It's pretty insane. But yeah, just, it's Yeah, it's really not that surprising considering that this is a very powerful nor'easter that's coming, but wow. You don't see that every day. In fact, it's snowing in 13 states. In fact, just very small tip of Vermont is starting to see some snow right now. So it's getting there. Yeah, and it's a separate system right here in in the Carolinas right now. This is basically the main show right here. This is the new frames in. North Adams is now getting snow. I'd say in the next few minutes, the rest of this slidgen of Massachusetts is going to be basically snow right there. I didn't mean to scroll like that. This slidgen is going to be part of the snow. In fact, it is now snowing more widespread in Vermont now. It's also the snow is also creeping up. The snow is also creeping up into Kennebunk, Maine. Oh, we got a question right here. Do you think that the storm could stick around until Monday? No, and I will pull up the GFS model just to show that. So let's go ahead and pull up the GFS right here. All right. Yeah, in fact, this is literally going to be out. This is tomorrow. It's going to be gone by. It's going to leave the United States by noon on Sunday. So, yeah, it's not going to be sticking around till Monday. And if it did, man, it would cause so much more chaos than it already has. So, yeah, the answer is no. This is not sticking around till Monday. This is exiting the United States. After it's done its business, it's going to exit the United States, and it's going to be gone by noon on Sunday. So, yeah, it's going to leave. The final remnants are going to leave Maine, leave the United States as a whole on noon of that day. So, yeah, the answer is no. Yeah, I see we're getting some more viewers in there. Thank you for joining the stream. And just to recap you guys on what's going on right now, basically just we're covering this very serious storm right here for the nor'easter that everyone's been talking about on the East Coast. And yeah, it's not looking very pretty, to say at the very least. Yeah, and as you can see right here, we're seeing minus 60 cloud tops in a very large area right here. So, yeah, it's not pretty at all. And if you guys have any questions about the storm and everything like that, if you want me to go over something that I may have missed, feel free to type it in the chat. I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. This isn't really my stream. This is our stream. So, feel free to type in the chat if I missed something and you want to bring this to my attention. If you want to ask any questions, I'm more than happy to take the time to answer them for you. So, yeah, this is a very, very serious situation right here. This storm is not kidding around. And I've said this in my prior videos quite a lot, so yeah, this storm is not very pretty. Literally blizzard warnings extend from Virginia all the way to the U.S.-Canada border. That's how much this thing expands. But yeah, in fact, I want to go over a few more winter storm warnings actually in the last few minutes of the hour. This is for Augusta, Maine, right here. Heavy snow expected, 5 to 14 inches expected. That's a very. Has there a snow hurricane or even a snow NATO? I'm not sure. I think now snow NATOs, like if the winds are powerful enough and everything like that, like they could exist. Like snow hurricanes, in order for that to work, like the physics, like it's physically possible, but in order for that to happen, the water temperature would have to be above 80 degrees, and the air temperature would have to be below freezing, all the way down. So so the answer is like both of those are physically possible, but I don't think we're gonna see. Like, we don't know what we're gonna see at this point. We don't know. But yeah, thank you for the question. And your answer is it is physically possible, but it's improbable. Yeah, total snow accumulations, winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. The combination of heavy snow and blowing and drifting snow may lead to near whiteout conditions at times. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, water in your vehicle. I would just recommend not traveling at all if you're in these winter storm warnings, because the winds are going to be very powerful. In fact, one thing I forgot to mention is that there's going to be some coastal flooding with this thing actually down in the Cape in Massachusetts. Like, they're forecasting moderate flooding. In fact, Boston's flood stage is 12.5 feet, and the very high tide tomorrow night is going to leave it to basically just be at that point. Yeah, basically at that point, it's just going to be like it's going to be at 10.9 feet. So that's very close to the flood stage in Boston, but areas around the Massachusetts coast, it's going to be basically, yeah, it's going to bring moderate flooding. If you are watching this and you're living on the coast and everything, like right on the beach, you should have probably been gone by now. If you're by the beach and everything and you're susceptible to flooding, be very careful when it comes to that. Just be very careful at that point. So, yeah, if and I see we have some more viewers. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications for more streams, more videos like these. It really helps me out, helps me make more videos like these and streams, honestly. So, yeah, we're getting some more people. If you have questions, feel free to type them in the chats. This is a very serious situation, so yeah, I'm more than happy to take your questions. And if I miss something, type it in the chat if you want me to go over something. So yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna go over a few more warnings right now. Basically, we haven't covered every single warning tonight. We've covered mostly the big serious warnings, such as the blizzard warnings, some of the winter storm warnings in the bigger cities. So I want to cover those very quickly. This is the winter storm warning out more in central Massachusetts. So we'll start with this. Heavy snow expected. Snow accumulations of 7 to 18 inches possible. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Where portions of northern Connecticut and central, eastern, and western Massachusetts from midnight tonight to midnight Saturday. Snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are possible at times. Travel could be very difficult and impossible at times. I keep saying this like a broken... You think this is going to be bigger than the blizzard of 78 for Rhode Island? I don't know. How much snow? How much snow did Rhode Island get in the blizzard of 78? Maybe I'll have to take a look at that, but I don't know. I'll need some more context to fully answer that. But thank you for the question. Right there. Actually, I'm actually gonna search this up. Okay, let's see. Alright. Okay, let's see. Storm dumped more than 20 inches of snow. Okay. It could. So the answer, I just looked that up. The answer is yes. It could. Great job, Pat. Thanks for doing this for us. No problem. Thank you for watching the stream. I really appreciate you guys coming on here, and share this with your friends and everything. Tell them about my channel. Tell them that I'm streaming this right now. If you know anyone that's living in the East Coast, tell them to come on. Tell them to come on to the stream and everything. because I'm more than I'm gonna be going over this for another hour actually. So yeah, thank you for the comments. But to answer the previous question, if I think this is going to be bigger than the blizzard of '78, it could. It very much could. In fact, I'm going to check the blizzard warning for Rhode Island. So, pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a good chance that it could happen. Like Providence, in Providence, the local news source that I looked at had it at under 18 to 28 inches. So there's a good chance this could be bigger than the blizzard of 1978. So yeah, but just remember, take what I say now with a grain of salt, because we won't we won't know how much snow is actually going to fall until it's done. So yeah, it's just unfortunate how these weather systems work, but yeah. If for those of you who are just tuning in, we are covering the storm, the nor'easter that is impacting parts of the country right now. So thank you for tuning in at this late hour. I know it's very late out in the East Coast. So yeah, it's really appreciate you guys sticking in, watching the stream and everything. It's much appreciated. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the satellite. So yeah, this thing is literally strengthening frame by frame. There's each time it's not a little difference, it's a big difference at that point. Each time. I'm not kidding when I say that. So yeah, it's not pretty right there. It's really not. So yeah, it's at this point just yeah, at this point it's like it's a huge difference how what's going on right now. Like actually, hold on. Last 5 frames, each frame is a very noticeable difference. Like it's still strengthening at this point. But yeah, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Oh, wrong thing. All right. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the radar, see if there's any big updates at this time. Okay, here we go. So, yeah. So yeah, just okay. There is some updates right now. This is the latest frame that came in, and yeah, there's a couple of pockets right there in Massachusetts that's gonna get snow, and it's probably already snowing right now there at this point. But yeah, it's creeping over. It's already snowing in Concord right now. It's going to start snowing in Rochester. In fact, parts of Rochester it's snowing right now. In Nickybunk, Maine, it's already snowing. So yeah, New York City, it's already snowing. A very strong amount of snow right there. Yeah, in fact, DC, it's slowing down right now. So yeah, I see we have a lot more people tuning in. Thank you for coming. I know it's very late for you guys, but I need to cover this for the people out in the East Coast who are going to be very affected. Like it's going to really ramp up tomorrow morning. So the first recorded snow hurricane was a tropical depression in New England that started producing snow back in 1804. Interesting. Yeah, interesting that. In fact, the blizzard of 1888 was considered the Great White Hurricane as well. So, yeah, in fact, it was also a nor'easter. So, yeah, that didn't really jump my mind until just now. So, Shadow Fox, I'm shouting you out. Thank you for bringing this, and thank you for all the good questions. Actually, I'm shouting you out, Shadow Fox. Thank you for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate your participation in this. You've made the stream a lot more interesting, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, there are like very little slithers of Massachusetts. Like the snow is getting way more widespread in Vermont right now. It's snowing in 13 states right now with this nor'easter, encompassing 5 entire states. So yeah, basically this is the situation. Sanford, they're gonna see some snow probably pretty soon. So yeah. In fact, coastal New Hampshire seeing snow. Manchester is fully in the snow right now. So yeah, Boston, it is snowing right now. I'm gonna check something real quickly. Just check the snowfall rate, right? The estimated snowfall rate, that is, here. So all right, Boston. Okay, it's taking a second. Okay. Yeah, the estimation right now is that it's snowing around at around 0.3 of an inch per hour, which isn't terrible, but it's still something unpleasant to drive in. So yeah, it's not that pleasant. Also, I'm seeing more people joining the stream. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on those notifications for more information like this. It really helps me out, helps me make more content like this, and it helps spread more awareness to people the people and everything. So thank you guys for checking out the stream. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Really appreciate it. Anyway, basically, okay, the latest. All of Massachusetts is now encompassed with snow right now. So now we can officially say 5 states are now covered in snow. We can say 5 states are covered in snow, and yeah, in fact, in North Carolina, snow is going to probably end in the next few hours. So yeah, that should stop pretty soon. New Jersey, they're not out of the woods. They're not they're still deep in the woods. So yeah, and for those of you who are just joining us, if you have any more questions, you want me to go over something, feel free to type in the chat. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer your question or basically cover what you would like me to cover. Because right now we're just going through the radar the radar, and we're just picking this apart piece by piece. So yeah. The all-time record for snowfall was set in Boulder County, Colorado in 1921, when a blizzard delivered a whopping 6 feet 4 inches in 24 hours. I'll give you the good news. That's not going to be happening here. That's not going to be happening here. That's the good news. That's the good news right there. That's the good news. This is going to probably be dumping 2 feet of snow in 24 hours, which is still a lot, but 6 feet 4 inches. That's taller than me. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a very, very serious situation right there. So, yeah, thank you for... So, yeah, Shadow Fox, thank you for the comments. Thank you for making... for pointing out these facts to everyone who's watching right now. So... yeah, now I've noticed we have 10 concurrent viewers, so welcome everyone who is new to the stream. So yeah, I'm really glad you guys decided to come check this out and everything. So yeah, if you are new here, be sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also tell your friends about the stream and everything. I'm currently going over the nor'easter right now that is impacting much of the country right now. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and go look at go over the satellite imagery a little bit more. There's a little more depth, as basically it's because as you can see right here, it's strengthening at a very rapid rate. You can see this right here. So yeah, it's it's very crazy right here how quickly this strengthens. This is a bomb cyclone in motion right now. I repeat, this is a bomb cyclone in motion right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's go ahead and actually while we're waiting. Yeah, that's taller than me too. I don't think it's possible to ski or snowboard in 6 feet of fresh powder. Yeah. That might cause some avalanches at that point. That might. So that is definitely not advised. Any chance of thunder snow? Yes. Especially with this nor'easter, the local sources I've looked at, it is no, there is a considerable chance that this thing is going to produce thunder snow. There's no way around it. This thing is so powerful. This thing, so the odds are, if this produces thunder snow, they're pretty high. They're not that high, but they are very considerable at this point. So if you do get thunder snow, that's good for good for you guys. That you're experiencing a pretty awesome event. Essentially, I remember Jim Cantori in 2015 during that blizzard. He just the way he reacted to that thunder snow and everything in Massachusetts, man, just it's really that was quite something right there. It was one of the best. It was one of the best meteorology videos I've ever watched. But yeah, shout out to Jim Cantori, man, to making this interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue to take a look at what is going on with these warnings right now. We've covered the Boston warnings. We're going to go ahead and head down to parts of Delaware right here, as the winter storm warning remains in effect. Heavy snow expected. 5 to 10 inches are expected. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. Portions of northeast Maryland and central and northern Delaware from 7 p.m. this evening. They seriously need to update some of these. I mean, honestly, they really need to. But yeah, additional details. Snow will become heavy at times through tonight through Saturday morning. Snowfall rates near an inch per hour. Snowfall rates an inch per hour are possible, with significant reductions in visibility. Falling snow will diminish west and east early Saturday afternoon, but areas of blowing snow will continue through Saturday night. So, yeah. Can you get struck by lightning in thunder snow, or does it produce actual bands of electricity? You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and take a look at this. I'm actually going to look this up. Because that's one of the things I do not know. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely get struck by lightning. You can definitely do that right then there. So yeah. Yeah. We learn something new every day. Right there. Thank you for the question and everything. But yeah, that's something I didn't know. I need to take a look at myself. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, back to the warnings right here. If you have any more questions throughout while I'm streaming, feel free to type in the chat and everything. If you want to go over something, just feel free to do that as well. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer it. So yeah, there's literally winter weather alerts from basically Alabama to Kentucky to West Virginia, all the way to Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, into Maryland, Pennsylvania, that area right there. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is literally from Alabama all the way up to the United States-Canada border. Yeah, it's quite something, honestly. Like this whole winter storm, quite the feat of intensity. I mean, this isn't out of the. I mean, this is a very fast rate of intensification, but this is something that's not really happened before. Like the Great White Hurricane really just bombed out the way it did, and just dropped like 3 to 4 feet of snow in parts of New York and everything. So yeah, it's just that's just very interesting right there. This is not going to be the Great White Hurricane, although I did receive a question earlier if this is going to be bigger than the blizzard of '78 in Rhode Island, and odds are it probably will. It probably will at this point. It's snowing there in Maryland right now. I'm actually, because you said that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the radar right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up real quickly. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to look at the chat. See. In Bethesda, Maryland. Where is that? Is that outside of Is that just outside of DC, or is that just outside of DC? Is that a little bit away? So where is that? But anyway, yeah. If pretty much, pretty much west of DC in Fairfax County, that's basically it right there. Yeah, that's basically it. It's the eastern part of DC right there. That's still going to snow for a little while at least, and then towards the end of the end of the night, it's going to wrap up. It's going to start dying down in DC pretty soon. In fact, let me see. In fact, it's actually almost over in DC. That was an outdated frame right there. So yeah, it's still shutting. It's slowing down right now. But yeah, in parts of the DC suburbs, it's still snowing. In fact, there's some scattered stuff in Loudoun, Fairfax County right there in Virginia. It's still snowing. Columbia, the snow is ending there in North Carolina. So this thing is slowly receding out of North Carolina and southern Virginia. Yeah, and Atlantic City, New Jersey, they're getting some pretty heavy bans as of right now. So I would be taking this very seriously. And for those of you who are just joining us, we're covering the nor'easter that is impacting parts of the East Coast right now. So, yeah. In fact, the snow right now is impacting 13 states right now. This whole nor'easter is impacting 13 states, including engulfing like 5 entire states. So Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and Delaware. So yeah, it's just throughout all those states. Like no matter where you go, it's snowing. In fact, the snow is spreading quite rapidly through southern Vermont and New Hampshire. Concord is now getting snow. It's now fully in that snow band. Rochester is about to get snow. In Maine, the snow has pushed back a bit. Has pushed back a bit towards Wells, but as the day goes on and everything, as the night goes on, actually, it's going to continue to move through yeah. So yeah, it's going to recede in North Carolina, Virginia, really ramp up in Massachusetts, New York City, Rhode Island, Connecticut, that area. So yeah, this is just really, it's really interesting to look at. Like it's like, wow. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's just quite an impressive storm to say at the least. Now let's go ahead and pull back into the satellites right here. Let's check this out. Let's see. They haven't updated anything. Some of the stuff they really need to update. Like this, they need to update. This they need to update. This they need to update. Like at least do that. Come on, National Weather Service, do that. Do that for us. But anyway, this is the satellite right here. I'm gonna continue to pull the radar back up. So yeah, we get an idea of what's going on. This is just looking at this right now. It's quite a feat. So anyway, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask. If you want me to go over something, feel free to ask. So yeah, I'm gonna continue covering this until 2 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. Central Time, and that's about 40 minutes from now. So yeah, in fact, Plymouth is seeing some snow. Yarmouth seeing snow. Provincetown, it's basically just odds are right. They're basically just there. Like it's probably seeing some wintry mix right now, but yeah, it's not the best. Bridgeport, Connecticut, like I think Connecticut and Rhode Island, parts of it are starting to see some heavier snow. Like New London, the area around New London, Old Line, Connecticut, they're starting to see some pretty heavy snow right now. New York City seeing some more moderate snow at the current time, but yeah. In Philadelphia, it's just in Philadelphia right here. Uh, pretty much all the Philadelphia suburbs right there. They're getting snow. Trenton's getting getting snow right now. Like Atlantic City and Ocean City are getting very heavy snow right now, and Long Beach is getting very heavy snow. Basically, this is gonna continue on until tomorrow, until tomorrow night for most of the area. So, yeah. Okay, so the snow has receded a bit in Portsmouth and Rye, New Hampshire, but I don't think that's going to really change all that much, considering that all this is going on. So, yeah. I don't think this is going to change much. Yeah, Concord's on snow. New London is probably next to get some snow. Sutton is already getting a little bit of snow here and there. Webster's starting to get snow. The entire state of Massachusetts, like even in Albany, New York, they're starting to get snow from this nor'easter. So this thing is not kidding around at this point. And Yonkers, New York City, like upstate New York, starting to see impacts from this thing. Yeah, and it's light to moderate snow right now. So yeah. Yeah, Washington D.C. Pretty much all of Washington D.C. proper has stopped snowing. There is still snow going on in the suburbs right now, in the eastern suburbs actually. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's refresh that real quickly. But yeah, this is north. Yeah, it's starting to recede. In fact, Columbia, North Carolina, it stopped snowing. Kitty Hawk, it's either raining or a wintry mix. I'm not sure. Elizabeth City it's gonna stop snowing in a little bit. Norfolk, Virginia Beach, it's still snowing, but it's gonna wrap up pretty soon. But New Hampshire. Let's look at Vermont, because Dorset, it's snowing. Weston, it's snowing. Andover, it's snowing. Springfield could see some snow pretty soon. So, yeah. This is pretty scary. In fact, eastern Pennsylvania is seeing snow. Lancaster, Allentown, Moscow, even the eastern half of Scranton is seeing snow right now. So, yeah, this is pretty interesting situation going on right now. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and pull up the satellites, excuse me. So this is it right here. Yeah, this thing is really ramping up in its intensity. We're seeing cloud tops of in the upper -60s right now as this continues to develop. So, yeah, this thing is just really going off at this point. It's still going off. In fact, the pressure right now is around. I wonder if there's a way I can find the pressure in this. Like find some gust reports and everything like that. I'll have to figure that out the next time I start streaming and everything. But yeah, this is just a big. Actually, hold on. Yeah, this actually, for those of you who are new, I want to recap something that I mentioned earlier. These two right here, these were separate entities. This right here was a low. This here is was a snowstorm. Is a snowstorm right here that was forming. These two merged together essentially. The snowstorm transferred the energy into the low. and it started really intensifying right there. So yeah, as you can see, it really ramps up. It gets to just to show you a timeline, it gets to the minus 60 area around 12:45 UTC. So we had 22:45 UTC, or about or about, I believe that's 5:25 Eastern time. So yeah, this is a has a pretty powerful punch right here. So this continues right here. This ramps up. This is where it is now. In fact, there are cloud tops covering most covering New York City, all of New Jersey, most of Delaware, Vermont, all of New Hampshire, most of Maine, all of New Hampshire, all of Connecticut, all of Rhode Island, and upstate and much of upstate New York, much of eastern Pennsylvania, much of eastern Maryland, parts of a little bit of Virginia, right there. So yeah, this thing is not dying down anytime soon. But yeah, thank you guys for staying and checking out the stream. I know it's really late. I know it's really late right now, but it really means the world that you're watching this, because this is a very important situation that we're talking about, and I'm glad that there are people here that are taking this seriously, clicking on the stream and just and watching this and just listening to the coverage that I'm providing. So yeah, I want to pull up the radar again just to show some just to pull up the latest information that's going on right now, because let's see, it's continuing to basically a new frame came in. Sutton is now in the snowstorm right now in New Hampshire, Webster, that area. The line is very quickly approaching New London in New Hampshire. In Vermont, it's very quickly approaching Springfield, and there, Albany, pretty much all of Albany now is now snowing there, in Albany now. So, yeah, New Jersey, the Toms River, like Atlantic City, this area along the coast is getting very heavy snow. They're probably seeing blizzard conditions right now as we speak. So, traveling is definitely not advised right now. So, yeah. So yeah, at that point, and then there's a separate snowstorm going on in North Carolina right now. In Charlotte, it's snowing right now, and all the way into South Carolina, there's a winter weather advisory for that. It's snowing in Raleigh and Durham right now, something you usually do not get. Yeah, Columbia, it has stopped snowing. Elizabeth City, it's going to stop snowing in a little bit, so you're going to be out of that. Suffolk, it's about to stop snowing. Windsor, it's in Virginia. In Norfolk, it's going to stop snowing soon. Virginia Beach, it'll stop snowing in a couple of hours or so. Washington, D.C. proper is no longer getting snow. The immediate suburbs around D.C., including parts, except for this part of Fairfax County, is no longer getting snow. So yeah, the 495 loop, it looks like, just a giant loop right here. It's not getting snow anymore. It did. They only got about an inch of snow in D.C., which if you're a snow lover, that's bad news for you. But if you're someone who doesn't like traffic, that is wonderful news for you. Yeah, the same cannot be said for New York City and Boston. Baltimore, it is still snowing, but it is going to end probably in the next little while or so, in the next 1 to 2 hours, maybe even less than that. So, yeah, I'll be keeping a very close eye on this as the situation continues to develop as it does. It's like Connecticut and Rhode Island getting pretty heavy snow. Same with New York. Long Island, by the way, parts of Long Island is under a blizzard warning. So I'm actually going to go ahead and head back there and take a look at it, see if it's any new information that we need to look at. So let's go to New York City. Yeah, for sit right here. This is for Southwest Suffolk. This is for Suffolk county right here in New York. So blizzard conditions expected. Total snow accumulations of 12 to 16 inches. Winds gusting as high as 55 miles per hour. Southwest, and basically from 7 p.m. this evening. honestly, they need to update this stuff because this information now is no longer relevant. But yeah, travel could be very difficult and impossible. Like it says right here, travel should be restricted to emergencies only. Like, do not travel. If you're in a blizzard warning, do not travel. That's critical right there. We're talking about your safety right there. If you must travel, have a winter survival kit with you. If you get stranded, stay with your vehicle. Yeah, so this is not ideal right there. So yeah, this is for New York. So they're getting blizzard conditions right now from this nor'easter. So yeah, it's not very often you see blizzard warnings with a nor'easter too. So yeah, that's basically it right there. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to type in the chat. I'm here for another 30 minutes. So yeah, if you want me to go over something, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. Just let me know, so I can take you guys there. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and continue to look at the loop right here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yes. Okay. They're updating them. The storms, like, this is gonna be a recurring thing. This is gonna continue to intensify. If you want to check this out for yourself, go on tropicaltidbits.com. You'll get all the stuff right here, and click if you go to satellite. I'll just show you how you get there. You go on Tropical Tidbits, go on satellite imagery, click Atlantic, and click Northwest Atlantic, and you get the view right. You get the view right here. So that's it. It's set at 60 frames for me. So, yep. Yeah, it's gonna be. So yeah, it's pretty good right there. So anyway, this is it right here. This is the GFS model right here. Right now, according to this is at 997. Actually, I want to check something. Satellite analysis tools. Yeah, let's check. I want to see surface analysis, but okay, I don't understand. Okay, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Darn it. Anyway, I'll look through this and everything, make sure we find that all and everything for you guys. But yeah, this is a continuing to developing situation. The storm is still bombing out right now as we speak. So yeah, this thing ain't going anywhere for a while. So, yep. So the latest frames come in for the radar right here and everything. So yeah, this is basically it right here. New London is starting to see parts of New London are starting to see snow right now. The majority of the New Hampshire coast is stopped seeing snow. The snow band has exited the area for now. So yeah, it stopped snowing in Durham. It's still snowing in Wells. It's still snowing. Like, this is a very fluid situation right here. So yeah. So yeah. It's still spreading through Vermont and everything. Tinmouth is starting to see snow right now. Chester is stopped seeing snow for the time being. Charleston in New Hampshire starting to see snow. But yeah, this is just quite honestly, just just it's a very extraordinary event. In fact, parts of Suffolk have stopped seeing snow. They're going to see probably one more band come through, and that's it. Windsor starting to see snow again, but that's probably going to run right through. Elizabeth City, let's check the Yeah, Elizabeth City, it's probably going to stop snowing in the next 30 minutes or so. Yeah, then with Camden, and then eventually this thing will exit North Carolina and Virginia. So, yeah, that's 2 states knocked out. There is literally snowing in 13 states, 5 of which are just the entire states are covered with snow at that point, or precipitation at that point, in 5 states. Those 5 states are Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and Delaware. So, yeah, this basically this is it. This is it right here. Okay. Yeah, take out the radar real quickly. Okay. Let me check this real quickly. Actually, I want to see. Yeah, Baltimore's under a winter weather advisory. I want to check this out real quickly. This is until 9 a.m. Yeah, they have this updated. This goes until 9 a.m. Saturday. Total snow accumulation of 2 to 5 inches. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. Portions of central, northeast, northern, and southern Maryland, lasting until 9 a.m. on Saturday. Impacts planned slippery road conditions. So, yeah, and this is when you're venturing outside. Well, watch your first few steps taken on steps, sidewalks, and driveways, which could be icy and slippery, increasing your risk of a fall and injury. So, yeah. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, this is 2 to 5 inches right there. So it's not too big of a deal, but the winter storm warning over here, that's where it's getting more snow. 5 to 10 inches for that part of Maryland and Delaware. Yeah, from 7 until 3 p.m. Tomorrow. Travel could be very difficult. Yeah, I would recommend not traveling in the winter storm warning. If you're in the blizzard warning, do not travel. Just don't. Don't travel at all. Unless it's for like a medical emergency or something, just do not travel. In fact, the governor of Massachusetts made it very clear to not just to stay off the roads and everything. In fact, the state of Massachusetts is also closing, like they're shutting down and forcing tractor trailers to stay off the roads until from 6 p.m. on Saturday until midnight on Saturday. So I would do not so if you're in Massachusetts, stay off the roads. Stay off the roads. I'm sure flights are being canceled right now as we speak. So yeah, it's not ideal for this situation to happen right now. But yeah, this thing is literally it's literally expanding through New Hampshire. Like the blizzard warning goes through Massachusetts. Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. This continuous blizzard warning goes from here in Connecticut all the way up to the U.S.-Canadian border in Maine. So, yeah, I would recommend not traveling. And yeah, it's just not advisable. Like if you're in the winter storm warning, I would recommend not traveling. But if you're in the blizzard warning, do not travel. I don't know how I can make that any more clear, but just do not travel. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take another quick look at the radar just to see what all has changed. So there it is. Yeah. So yeah, this is the latest frame in right here. New London is starting to see some snow. Kennebunk is starting to see snow again. In fact, this part right here is about to come ashore on Maine. So yeah, this is I'm not sure if this is coming ashore, but yeah, just this snow is kind of breaking off into its little chunks in the very northern edges right now. So yeah, Kennebunk's starting to see more snow. Rochester is still seeing snow, although Dover, it stopped snowing there and everything. In fact, throughout pretty much almost all of the New Hampshire coast, it has stopped snowing right now. So, yeah. Yeah, but where it isn't going to stop snowing is the entire state of Massachusetts. That's where it's not going to stop. And in Pennsylvania, Hazleton, that area, Scranton. Now all of Scranton is in the snow and everything. In fact, the latest frame just came in. So yeah, it looks like the snow is kind of starting to consolidate a little bit in the edges. But yeah, just there's patches of dry air that are getting in and everything, so that's why it's not snowing and everything. And that's very common for snowstorms, especially in the outer edges, so yeah. New London, it is snowing completely in New London right now. It has stopped snowing in Pembroke in New Hampshire, and it's going to shut down a little bit in Deerfield and Nottingham. But yeah, literally about a mile away from Massachusetts, it's no longer snowing. Riverside, it stopped snowing. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. The snow has also receded a little bit in the Albany area. So yeah, this is continuing to evolve the way it is. Elizabeth City, where's that? Yeah, Elizabeth City. Pretty much the majority of Elizabeth City, it has stopped snowing. So yeah, you're almost out in the clear. Camden, you're close to get in the clear. Columbia's in the clear for sure. Yeah, so it's shutting down in North Carolina. In the next few hours or so, it's gonna exit the area. It's gonna exit the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area as well. Yes, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach area. In fact, Suffolk is seeing its final band of snow. Windsor is seeing its final band of snow. And after that, it's over. So, yeah, it's continuing to do that. Yeah, it's no longer snowing anywhere in the inner suburbs of D.C. In the Baltimore suburbs, it's stopped. It's the snow is starting to shut down a little bit into the Boston suburbs around 695 the 695 ring in Baltimore. So the snow in Baltimore proper will probably not end for another hour another hour or so. In fact, let me check something. So yeah, it's probably won't end for probably no, it's probably not going to end for a few more hours, but it is starting to stop in parts of the Baltimore suburbs. So yeah, there's that to report on. It's not going to stop in Atlantic City. Not going to stop in Ocean City. It's not going to stop in New York City either. It's not going to stop in Bridgeport, New Haven, New London, Providence, Newport. It's not going to stop in Boston. It's not going to stop in Suffolk County. It's not going to stop in Philadelphia for a while. It's not going to stop in New Hampshire. I mean, it's kind of, there is a little bit of ebb and flow right now, but after this, you're just going to be right in the storm right then and there. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull up the I'm going to go ahead and pull up the satellite imagery right now. So, yeah. This is it right here. This thing is still taking off. It's still going up. Yeah, in fact, that area of upper minus 60s is becoming more, it's not becoming more it's becoming kind of more concentrated, but it's also spreading at the same time. It's becoming more consolidated, you would say. But yeah, this storm's not kidding around. I'm saying this like a broken record, but this storm is not kidding around. So yeah, it's really not. Yeah, great. Yeah, great coverage. Thank you. Spring is coming for us. Yeah. So yeah, just yeah, it's so yeah. And thank you guys for tuning in this late. I know it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 1 o'clock in the 1 o'clock in the morning, Central Central time. But thank you for tuning in, guys. It really, I really appreciate it, and I'm glad people are taking this as seriously as I am. And It's really heartwarming to see that so many people are coming in, just checking out the stream and everything, watching the coverage and everything. And thank you for guys for sticking around and everything like that. I really appreciate it. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's just jump right back into this right here. So just the so yeah, this is where it is right now. Right now. So yeah, this is NWS right there. They still haven't. They really need to update. Like, it would be nice if they updated like every hour or so. Here from Staten Island, we've gotten about 5 to 6 inches already. It's near blizzard conditions at oh wow. In Staten Island. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the radar just to give you some context, to everyone else, some context to what's going on. But 5 to 6 inches of snow already. When did the? I'm gonna check when this whole thing started in Staten Island, because yeah, this has been going on for several hours. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, this is Staten Island right there. They're getting near blizzard conditions right now. But yeah. Found it late, but going to bed. Thanks for the radar. No problem. Thank you for checking out the stream. Really appreciate it. You have a good night. Spring is coming. So, yeah. But yeah, 5 to 6 inches. It's near blizzard conditions. Like, if that visibility gets below a quarter of a mile, DePopster, excuse me. If that gets below, if visibility gets below a quarter of a mile, if the winds are above 35 miles per hour, the NWS is going to have to issue a blizzard warning at that point. They're going to have to. But anyway, thank you for the comments. It is, really appreciate it. Appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Channel if you're interested. But yeah, and that goes to everyone. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications for more coverage like this. It really helps me out. But yeah, it's been a very interesting night. Very, very interesting. And it's really just outright just... Yeah, this is the latest from the NWS. The Norfolk Portsmouth area. Newport News is starting to see breaks in the snow. So, yeah, Virginia Beach, it's going to start winding down in a little bit. Elizabeth City, you're now, if you're in Elizabeth City, you're now in the clear. You're not getting any more snow. You're in the clear now. Camden, you're going to be in the clear in the next, I'd say, 10 minutes or so. Where's this here? Like, this thing's going to continue. It's probably the last area in North Carolina it's going to impact is the Outer Banks at this point. But yeah. Yeah, then it's going to leave Virginia. In fact, Williamsburg is seeing its final band of snow before it ends right now. Same with Windsor, Portsmouth, and Norfolk. They're probably going to see one more band of snow, and then, which is that's hitting Suffolk right now. But yeah. But yeah, it's just, after that, it's going to stop snowing, or it's going to snow very fragmenty, kind of, if you know what I mean. It's going to snow, like, very scattered. Virginia Beach is still getting pretty moderate to heavy snow. So, yeah, but Staten Island, if you're in Staten Island, Long Island, New York City, odds are, like, there's going to be there's probably blizzard conditions already right now. But yeah, it's really just... Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the latest in New Hampshire now. Actually, I'm gonna try to refresh this. Yeah, I'm looking in New Hampshire right now. Concord is no longer seeing any snow for the time being. Yeah, Wells, Maine is no longer seeing any snow right now. Um, yeah, Durham, Hooksett is not seeing snow. Manchester's still seeing snow though, so yeah, yeah, it's New London is starting to see more snow and everything. So yeah, Albany it's started to scatter a bit more. So there's that. So there's that. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take one last look. We're gonna go ahead and take another look at the satellite and take one last look at the model, the GFS that's up and everything, as well as the European snow model and everything. See if that has changed and everything. So yeah, this is it right here. For those of you just tuning in, this is where it kind of was about an hour ago. It's still bombing out at 970. It's gonna drop to basically 971 millibars by 12 p.m. By 12 p.m. At this point, or zero, or yeah, about 18 hours from when this model was issued. So yeah, it's still bombing out. It's going from 997 to 971 in 12 hours. So that's quite a bit of a drop right there in pressure. So yeah, this thing is really bombing out right now. This is literally a bomb cyclone that's in the making right now. In fact, if we take a look at the satellite imagery right now, this is it right here. It's just that at minus 60 range is still expanding right now. So yeah, this thing's continuing to develop as we speak. This is the latest from the European model right now. There really hasn't been much of a change. It has been a bit more conservative in late, but yeah, okay, they updated it a little bit in areas in New Hampshire and Maine. So yeah. There's now expecting a little bit more snow in Coos County, New Hampshire, as well as in Maine. Maybe we keep in mind there is quite a bit of snow on the ground already in both of these areas right here. So yeah, these are a bit skewed. I know it says on the thing 39.2 inches of snow, but that's probably skewed. Best bet is they're probably getting maybe about a foot and a half right there. So yeah. I'll be keeping a close eye on that at this point. So, yeah, that's it right there. So if there's if there's still any more questions or anything anything like that, be sure to type it in the chat. I'm more than happy to take the time to answer it. We still have a few more minutes, so I can do that. We're gonna take one last look at the radar in about a minute or so, but. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to type them in the chat. If you want me to cover something very quickly, I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah, this is just turning into a very interesting night that's going on. It's basically a rapidly escalating scenario at this point, if you know what I mean. So yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take one last look at the radar before I end the stream. This is it right here. Here we go. Yeah, this is the latest frame right here. There's a very small slidge of Boston right here that's not getting, of Massachusetts that's not getting snow. But yeah, this is the last one right here. The snow is starting to break up a little bit in parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. That's normal for these things to happen, especially in the outer edges and everything, because there's a lot of dry air that can get in and everything. So, yeah, just keep that in mind and everything. Concord is stopped seeing snow for now. New London's still seeing snow for the time being. It's not going to stop in Boston. It's not going to stop in New York City. It's not going to stop in Atlantic City. Albany is starting to kind of regroup and start snowing. Troy, New York is seeing snow now. So, yeah, it's still moderate snow is falling in Philadelphia. Very heavy snow is falling in Atlantic and Ocean City, and pretty much the coast of New Jersey right now. So, yeah. In New York, it's very heavy snow as that as someone in the chat mentioned, there is 5 to 6 inches of snow already falling in Staten Island. Probably is the same in Long Island as well. So yeah, the last message I really have before I get off tonight is take this very seriously. Take it very seriously. This isn't something to kid around with. This storm is not kidding around. Take it very seriously. This storm has the possibility of dropping over 2 feet of snow in some areas. So, and the winds, I've almost forgot to mention, the winds are going to be close to hurricane strength winds in the areas around Massachusetts and everything. So, yeah, on top of that, as well as the coastal flooding and everything. But yeah, is there any last minute questions that you guys have before I get off the stream and everything? If you have any questions, feel free to answer them now. To ask them now while I still got time and everything. So yeah, this basically, that was the last time we're taking a look at the radar tonight. So yeah, this is the one last look at the satellite too. So yeah. Anyway, I'm about to wrap the stream up. Thank you guys for tuning in this late. I know it's extremely late in parts of the East Coast and everything like that. I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning in Boston, D.C., New York City, 1 o'clock in the morning in the Central Time. But yeah, I really appreciate where you guys tuning in and everything. It really helps out the channel. And if you are new to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications for more videos like these and more streams like these, because it helps me out quite a lot and everything. And with that being said, I'm about to end the stream, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. And if you're watching this from the East Coast, if you're watching this in the East Coast, take this very seriously, and most importantly, stay safe.